It would have been comic, except for the slowness, which gave it instead a sort of serenity. And then suddenly, high above it, sounded a single note on the oboe.
As she spoke, Ginny gave her budding hermit a quick once-over. He was a fairly bedraggled specimen, which was no bad thing, since bedragglement was quite fitting for a hermit, but there was a ripe old smell about the fellow.
John Anderson, my Joe, John, when we were first acquaint, your locks were like the raven, your bonny brow was brent.
My name is Penelope Cruz, and I play Carla in Nine. And it was a lot of fun. It was.
He rooted the broom firmly on the floor by pushing his weight into it, then climbed up, hand over hand. He could only exert a small force from his good leg. The pain from the damaged leg had telegraphed the good leg, and it had sympathy pain, acting as if it too were injured.
The watchman going about serene with his lamp, and oh, that awful deep down torrent, oh, and the sea, crimson sometimes like fire.
She knows, as she always knows, that I'm listening to her, and it's early morning. The fog has not risen. The traffic crawls outside.
By playing this tape, you have already accepted a mission of the utmost importance. We have 3 separate assignments for you, to be completed urgently. You must take no more than 10 minutes for each one. We're right up against the clock here.
They've hung here all my time and most of my father's. The women won't touch 'em. They're afraid of the story.
The story took place in darkness, and if I were destined to write it again, I would record only the cries of terror which rang out at the time, and the other mysterious noises that accompanied the massacre.
One Christmas was so much like another in those years, around the Seatown corner now, and out of all sound, except the distant speaking of the voices I sometimes hear a moment before sleep, that I can never remember whether it snowed for 6 days and 6 nights when I was 12, or whether it snowed for 12 days and 12 nights when I was 6.